In this video, I want to talk about instrument part automation and the similarities and differences between audio events and instrument parts. Now, to start with, we can use the add remove field here and add in all the instrument parameters. In this case, we're on the Rhodes track, and I can get into the MIDI controllers and get into sustain pedal, pitch bend, those kinds of things. And then at the end, we have the inserts and sends that are on the channel in the console. Like I've got a Pro EQ compressor, so I can automate those parameters, etc. Nothing unusual there. And we can move the parameter and we can get the control up here and drag it onto the track, and that all works fine. But more interestingly, part automation can be integrated right into the instrument parts so that no matter where an instrument part is moved or how it's edited, the automation stays in place. So I'm going to double click this instrument part to get into the edit view over here. And in the bottom left corner, we have this squiggly line, and that will hide or show the automation lanes. Now, we looked at these briefly in the earlier videos, but I want to look at it a bit more closely. So we can resize it, obviously, like that. And the parameter tab along the top shows the parameter currently displayed in this lane. And these are the ones that are assigned by default. And if we want to assign a new parameter here, we can right-click here and get the add remove field. So for example, maybe I want to have sustain pedal there. That's a good one to have for editing sustain information. And we can also get to that menu from this little 3-dot icon there. It'll bring up the automation window where we can add or remove what we want. And we can also, if we're in the console, wiggle the parameters and get them active here, and then just click on the hand icon and drag the parameter to the note editor, and that'll add the part automation envelope for that parameter. So this is great for automating parameters related directly to the instrument, but you'll notice that in this window, we don't have the console effects. So let me close that and just open from here just to show you the difference, where here we get the audio sends and inserts, etc. So the automation works the same way. We draw lines and everything's similar. The one significant difference is when we're using the paint tool, when we hold down Option, we can draw an automation envelope as a straight line of any length, and it just uses 2 envelope points. So that's useful for generating ramps. Now we can add or remove lanes with the plus and minus button, and of course, freely resize them like that. And then you can just resize the whole window up higher. And you can, of course, select the different parameters in the different lanes. That's the whole point of it. And we also have new in version 5, this feature here for select part automation with notes. So with this enabled, selecting notes automatically selects any currently visible part automation. So that's important, currently visible. So that means if I'm working with sustain pedal, modulation, and maybe pitch bend all together, I need to make sure these are all showing by clicking the plus and minus and that they're all selected individually. Then when I select a note with that enabled, it'll select all the underlying automation. And when we edit the note, the automation will move with it. And this includes changing note position, even quantizing and doing things like cut, copy, paste, duplicate, delete, things like that. And one little footnote with all this, polyphonic pressure and the new MIDI polyphonic expression note controller automation data are always selected with their associated notes, and it doesn't matter the state of this, whether it's on or off. I'll see you for more in the next video.